Hello viewers, today will be a somewhat quick video. I'll try to make it quick. I want to show you guys how to replace the oil pressure sensor on a Chevy Silverado. The vehicle I'm working on is a 2006 Chevy Silverado 1500 with the 5.3 V8, and I've done this job. This will be actually my fourth time doing it, and I know there's videos of people doing it, removing the fuel rail. I'll be showing you guys a way to do it without removing the fuel rail. Every single time I've done it, I didn't remove the fuel rail. It's simpler this way for me, it's less work, and you could literally do it in about 15-20 minutes, maybe quicker. So here is our engine bay. The area we will be working in is right in there. And like I said, some people will remove this fuel line, and it does help. It'll help you with your reach. I don't do it this way, and I've replaced, well, this will be fourth time replacing it. So this method works, although you do sometimes beat up your hands a little bit. But I have big hands. Maybe if your hands are smaller, you'd have a little bit more luck getting in there. The other thing is I literally climb into the engine bay. Foot goes right here, and then I could kind of put my weight on the intake. It supports it fairly well. I'm not saying sit on top of it, but that will help me reach, because standing from here and reaching all the way here is nearly impossible, and I am definitely a taller guy. These are the tools you will need. So the size is 1 inch and 1/16. Smaller extender. This is about 2 inches. 2 flashlights. One I'll try to mount somewhere right there, and then this one will be a little bit more direct. And then a wrench with a neck that moves, because the angle you are going to go in will be something like this. And that's about it. Like I said, I'm literally in here, as you guys can see, but this will give me a lot of I guess flexibility to reach in there where I need to go. And you want to start by removing the sensor connection, which is right here. So as you guys can see, I'm reaching from the back, and it is actually pretty conveniently located, the little tab that you pull on. So there we go, that's off. Here's the connector. So from the other side, so you just, with your finger, pull on this other tab and then gently lift up, and it will come out. That exposes the sensor, but again, it's super difficult to see it. So now with your socket, you just want to drop it down through here. So when I disconnected the sensor, I went from the bottom and behind it. Here we're dropping it from the top. Usually do this with 2 hands. And this is the way I do it. So one hand from the back to kind of guide it. So with 2 hands, left hand I drop the socket down, and then with the right hand I kind of guide it. And there we go. You guys can see the socket is on there. So now we connect the extender. With that connected, again, position the head at an angle, something like this, and we are turning it counterclockwise. And again, I will need 2 hands to guide and then drop it in there to get everything connected. So that's on. Sometimes it's a little bit annoying and pesky, because you have to turn the extension at the right angle to drop it into the socket. But I found it was a lot easier to do it this way than to stick the whole, I guess, assembly in there onto the sensor. And now counterclockwise, we go at it. You want to do this almost to the end, because it moves fairly freely, but if you try to unscrew it by hand, it's a little bit difficult to get in there, and it's a little tight. So usually I just do this all the way through with the socket until it's nearly popped out. So now I'm in there with my hand, and there we go. 2 small turns, and the sensor is out. Nice and easy. So now we grab the new sensor and do the same thing. You could reach it with your hand from the top, although you do have to feel for it. I mean, there's almost no visibility from this angle where I'm sitting. It really is like you just have to feel it with your fingers to get it in there. This part could be a little bit frustrating. One, it's painful. Oh. And two, you want to thread it as much as you can and then go ahead and drop the socket on it. So as you guys can see, when I started the video, I told you sometimes it's painful to get in there. So if you have smaller hands, they will definitely help you. But in my case, it comes with a few cuts. So now we're dropping the socket on there, and time to tighten the new sensor in there and connect the electrical connector. New sensor is in. I got it tightened down. Now we get to put the new connector in. And connector sometimes is a little bit of a pain because again, you don't see anything, you have to feel it. So you have to position it right, and then again, not enough room to really like put it on there. So seems like doing this job in general is not fun, but it's very doable. So sensor's in. I heard a click. We're not censored the connector. Your job is done. Again, be very mindful where you put your feet, although it's pretty safe, but you don't want to pinch an electrical wire or like step on, you know, a few of these metal hoses that run power steering and whatnot. So just be mindful of where you're putting your feet. But this is how you get the job done, and it's done. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing. Let me know if this method works for you, if you struggle with it or not, but I would say, again, this took about 15 minutes, maybe a little bit more, but it's not difficult, and you don't have to pay, you know, $200–300 at a mechanic shop to do it for you. Thank you for watching. Consider giving this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate your time. I'll see you guys in another video.